Hey everyone, I wanted to give an update, do an update video on what's happening in my life regarding my major life event. I've done a few videos on this in the past, and there's a playlist that this video will be added to. If you haven't heard the other ones, definitely check it out. But I have a major life event that now is coming up in a little over a week. I am leaving a career that I had been in for over 20 years. I have this calling to move into this field of spiritual coaching and basically being an ascension guide. Very, very strong passion, very, very strong calling. And I've been balancing that over the last 3 years with my career as an accountant, as a certified public accountant here in the United States. And I had realized gradually that it was time to move away from that career. Very left brain, very detail oriented type of a career, working with numbers and taxes and things like that. Just really didn't resonate anymore, especially after I had my awakening and really realized the expansiveness of who I am. It definitely didn't resonate. So fortunately, I'm in a situation where I have a couple of people that I work with that were ready to retire. I am not ready to retire by any stretch. And I'm just ready to dive in and serve my calling, which is really to work with you guys and help as many people as I can. But I did want to do a video to update you as to what I've been experiencing, what I've been feeling. Let me tell you, there was a lot of fear, a lot of fear. It's almost like I'm removing my security blanket. Okay. I have a career where really I was busy for the first 3 or 4 months of the year and then kind of slow the rest of the year. So I had plenty of time to do whatever I wanted to do. However, even though, because I was the administrator of the business, I actually ran the business, I felt this energetic tie, like an energetic bleed all the time relating to the functions of the business. Even though it wasn't that busy dealing with clients for most of the year, there was still the running of the business and the dealing with things that would come up, that sort of thing, that really was just an energetic drain on me. At least I had felt that way. But there was tremendous fear with walking away with something that is just very supportive financially. And the hours were good and all that, other than being busy for 3 or 4 months out of the year, really, really busy. The rest of the year was great. But there was something missing. There was this sense of fulfillment that wasn't there. And I realized that this sense of fulfillment comes forward when I'm working with clients as far as coaching, talking about ascension, guiding people through dark night of the soul, dealing with anxiety, dealing with fear and things of that nature. So I've spent the last few years healing myself, taking my own advice, working on me, and working with the fear that comes up from the programming of really taking your security blanket, your income, and stepping away from it so that I could step into a career that I truly believed in and was fulfilling to me, in alignment with why I came to this planet at this time. Okay, so, but it doesn't mean I didn't have work to do, and I'm still doing work now. I'm a little over a week away from walking away, and yeah, there's going to be things that are going to happen afterwards. I'm going to still have to deal with certain things after, but I'm not going to be going to my office on a daily basis. I'm not going to be dealing with clients anymore. Essentially, it's over. It's really going to be in the wrap-up phase and assisting with the person who purchased my firm with the transition. So a very big shift, but the fear, losing the security, not knowing where any of this is going to head in the future. I mean, look, do I know where I'm going to be in a year? I have no idea, but that's okay. And that's one of the things that I had to learn to be comfortable with. That comes down to trust, doesn't it? Don't we have to trust in our journey? I'm trusting by walking away from a very good career. I had the option to buy my partners out and continue on with that business, and I chose not to. I chose to dive into this full time and give my full energy to this passion, which means producing content for you guys, helping you if you're coaching clients, Maybe you're not yet. Maybe you will be in the future. Maybe you're thinking about it. I'm here for you to assist you with what you are going through. So I feel like in order for me to do that, I had to kind of take the advice that I give and trust. And that's what this maneuver is for me. This is a huge step into trust. And it was very challenging. And now I'm starting to really realize that I could see these synchronicities, that this was all part of the plan. It's all coming together now. I'm feeling a big sense of freedom coming forward, which really represents more of my higher self, my multidimensionalness ready to come forward. So because I've worked on embodying that over the past few years, as we were leading up to this moment, I've worked with the fear. I felt a lot of those insecurities. I felt a lot of the anxieties. Something is coming forward within me, and that is excitement. The excitement of the unknown. The mind fears the unknown, and I was there. What am I going to do? How am I going to earn a living? What if, people don't come to talk to me? What if people don't want coaching sessions? All these sorts of things came up. These were all questions that came up, and the mind likes to identify with that. But I was able to take a step away from that and just feel that and alchemize that energy. And a sense of excitement started to brew, started to come forward. That's the freedom. That's the stepping into the unknown. That's to letting go of the tree roots on the side of the river and letting the current take you. That is such an amazing thing. And so many people hit the pause button right before they get to that point, because it's a lot easier to fall back to the security, especially if you're in a job that you don't like, you're in a relationship that's horrible. These are the types of things that people, they kind of accept. They accept these scenarios because they're comfortable, they're familiar, they're what they know. The unfamiliar is what doesn't feel so comfortable, and it's scary. But that is where our soul wants us to live. We need to live in that uncomfortableness. That expands our box. It expands that comfort zone, gets us out of our comfort zone and expands us. It allows space to bring forward more of our multidimensional energy, to ground it and to embody it. So when we could be okay with not knowing, when we could be okay with fear and anxiety, and do with it what our soul is calling us to do, which is to feel it, to embrace it, to love it, we will seat further into our body. Our energy will get moving at a higher velocity, and magic will start to happen. Now, I'm at the precipice of a huge change, and that's what I'm feeling. Let me tell you, the past few days, the synchronicities have whipped up like crazy. I've got crazy stuff coming through. Now, I'll talk about this in my group coaching sessions. If you guys are members, those of you who are members that join us will get to hear some of these amazing, amazing stuff happening. I want to leave you with this. My guide, my Pleiadian guide, actually today, when I was in communication with her, brought a vision forward for me. And it started out as a mountain crumbling and a car driving up to the mountain, watching it. And it quickly turned into an experience that I had when I was younger. When my family went to the Niagara Falls, we were on the Maid of the Mist. Those of you who don't know what that is, that's a boat that takes you up right towards the huge Horseshoe Falls, huge waterfalls. And they cut the engine and you just sit there in the stillness. It's still, in a sense, the engine's not running, but the roar of the falls can be deafening. Now, I was young when this happened. I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old. And I remember when that engine cut, I was so scared. I was scared that the boat was going to be sucked in and under the falls, the waterfalls, and that we would drown. So she brings forward this image today, and I realized why she did. And it's a matter of trust. When that engine was cut, we sat in the stillness and just sat and trusted that we would be safe. that everything would be fine. And we observed the waterfall, just this immense water coming over this cliff and landing right in front of us, the roar of this water. We were trusting that all was good. That's what's happening right now. My soul is bringing that boat right up to the waterfalls so that I could sit with it and observe it and feel the fear and know in my heart that my soul is in complete control of my destiny and that all is divine and that all is well. If this resonated with you guys, I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to comment below. If you have not subscribed yet, click that subscribe button, like and follow on Facebook if you're watching this, hit the thumbs up on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. Till next time, guys.